Good afternoon, Denise DeLauder here. I'm going to show you how to use these Aurora Borealis pieces of cardstock from Stampin' Up to make this card. So this is a totally Stampin' Up card using only Stampin' Up products. We'll take this 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock, and I've already scored it, so I'm going to fold it down the center, burnish it with my bone folder, and then I'm going to take this piece of cardstock and I'm going to run it through an embossing folder, and this kind of looks like paint on a canvas, so you can see the paint marks. And here is the finished product. It's a beautiful embossed image. Isn't that gorgeous? We're going to adhere this after we put some ribbon on it. And so I'm using this Lost Lagoon ribbon, and all I'm going to do is run a strip down one side, and I'm going to adhere this to the card as my card front. So because it's been embossed, I always encourage my customers to put extra snail on or adhesive of any type, so that the weight and the texture ridges may cause it to pop off. So we want to make sure that it's on there nice and good and strong. Okay, and so that's on there. And then you can cut these to any size you want, but I went ahead and cut, and I cut a mat to go just a little bit, I guess a 1/4 of an inch further around the mat. Maybe it's more of an 1/8 of an inch. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm using this stamp set Light and Wonder, and I'm going to use some of these die cuts from the set. So I'm going to use these mountains, and then on the trees I want to use these trees, and I have to just snip this little piece here off. And so what I wanted to do was I put the background mountains on first. And then I'm going to put these trees down. And these are going to just lay right on top of the mountains, so you can see the mountains through the trees. And then I want to put this on my card using dimensionals. The sentiment, I'm just going to stamp on a strip of the Lost Lagoon. I'm going to put this on the card here, so I'm going to stick a dimensional on this end and use snail on this end. Here. So it lays flat on the picture, but on this end it's just a little bit raised. And then I have these jewels, and we'll do the rule of 3. So I'm gonna use these snips to take off. I'll use a big one and 2 small ones. And put 3 of these on here. And then there's your card. Super easy, super quick, very pretty. And with the Aurora Borealis happening across the entire country, it's appropriate for this time. Thanks.